Hands on helmet. Hands on helmet. 10 seconds.
Welcome. I'm Chris McKean.
Oh, shoot. I'm Andy Kiner. Scared me. That's my Adam McGill.
Oh, nice. Got me there. You didn't let me do the intro. I feel disappointed.
I'm still waiting.
Oh, normally we're all about cross country racing,
but not in Iowa. Go ahead.
Starts with hands-on helmets. That's why you never let me start the race. I got it. Somebody has to do the scoring.
So what is up today, Chris?
Don't set me up. I mean, we really didn't have anything planned for tonight. We want to jump on. I threw the link out there on our Facebook post. If anybody wants to join, it's open mic night. Otherwise, just kind of make your kind of a relaxed, laid-back podcast.
Aren't they all?
Yeah, unscripted lately. So
it's the only way Chris will do it. It's unscripted. On the fly.
I mean, we're pretty busy, so it is. I tried to script to I think I tried to do the first couple. I got you to commit maybe one or two, and then I just had to give up from there.
Yeah, but you're getting good at this, man. You're like, you just go with the flow. You're in there. It works good. I like it.
I can say yes, shake my head, be on my other computer screen here doing research. Oh, yeah.
And I can tell things are getting better for you.
Oh.
What?
Oh, I know where you're going. Yeah.
I like your wall. You got your new wall put up.
Yeah.
You got your flowers. And most importantly, what are you wearing? You finally got back to showcasing new shirts.
I did. I made the new hands-on helmet t-shirt. So anybody that joins the podcast tonight is going to get their very own podcast t-shirt.
Oh,
so we'll
really?
Just throw that out there as an invite. Got to come on to get one.
Wow.
Well, yeah, thanks for recognizing not my office. It's my wife's office. I had to take over her office. My office is about 90% done. We had an issue. I had to tear down some drywall and fix it so I could have some more outlets.
I'll give you credit, man. You're like the jack of all trades.
Oh. Yep.
I don't know how you do it, but you do a good job. Wait. Did I just give you a compliment like 5 minutes into it?
You did. 4:23 to be exact.
I'm slipping.
Yeah.
I know I'm slipping.
So.
Huh.
But a lesson learned, don't hang wallpaper with your spouse. Oh. That was
doesn't go the smoothest, huh?
No, the first sheet or two didn't go so smooth. So
yeah, I don't think it'd go very good here too, but I think it's probably more my fault, unfortunately.
Look at this strange guy making a post already.
It is kind of a strange post, isn't it? You know, he's got a good point, though, man. I am very thankful. A lot of people don't realize, you know, we give you a lot of crap, Chris, but a lot of people don't realize just how much you do around here. And it would be tough, very tough to do without you. So I am thankful for you. I wouldn't know, you know, my wife gets tired of me giving her crap. So if it wasn't for you, you know, it's kind of like the brother from another mother, you know, I give crap to. So, yeah. And at least with you and Trace, it's never my fault. So,
we got one of us to bounce the blame off of.
Right. Yep. So I feel pretty blessed that way that, you know, it's never my fault. So,
yeah, I will see your wife here in a few days. I think she's stopping by this weekend. So, yeah, maybe we can. The championship jackets are in.
They are pretty cool, too.
We're keeping those a secret for the banquet. So, to be a little surprised, but we'll get those all ready. Gives me a little bit of time before we get into that banquet.
Once again, we got to give a big shout out to Rob Cycle down in Pattonsburg, Missouri, one of our 6 preferred dealers, you know, we have in Iowa. So we are going to be short one this year. So we are looking for another preferred dealer to put on that list. So we're out and about looking, not pushing it, but yeah. So, but definitely thank Rob Cycle. They've helped us for the last couple of years with this, and we can't thank them enough. So, you know us, you'd be getting these jackets in mid-January.
Yeah, I think I had a couple of weeks leeway last year. Yeah. So,
yeah, Scott does a great job down there, and he keeps us on track for this time of the year. So
I know it doesn't. Nobody realized, but we got whole shot shirts to make. So there's a lot of stuff in the off season that has to be made. You know, I still have my list of 4 that needs their whole shot shirt. Those will be at the banquet. But yeah, we will jump right in 2026 and start making things.
Yeah,
so it's gonna be sooner than we know.
Yeah, we're putting a lot of stuff together right now as far as what we'll be doing next year, like whole shots and different stuff going on. So it's definitely a busy winter, that's for sure. The like you said, the banquet's going to be here sooner than we think, just because of all the staying busy this year, you know. So, yeah. I have heard a couple concerns, complaints, whatever you want to call it, about the schedule. And I got to take full responsibility. I can't blame it on you or Trace. We, I don't know if you've heard about this, but unfortunately, our Trenton date is the same day as the St. Louis of all Supercrosses, the closest one, you know. So we are looking at it, but I really don't think anything's going to change, just because there's something going on that second weekend that we promised would stay away from. We've got GNCC's got a date, and then we just got to have 2 dates for that race, you know, with the moisture and stuff. So we just never know. I know if we just went the 25th, well, we could be sitting on a bunch of plaques and T-shirts and everything, you know.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's just one of those things we're going to have to. Everybody that talks to me about it, I just say, here's what we got to do. You know, the week of, I said, everybody, not just like 1 out of 2. I said, everybody really needs to just start getting a hold of Chris and let him know that we need scoring to be on time so that people can get out of there quick enough and get to the Supercross.
Nice.
So, but you know, the Supercross is one of those things that I check a lot of stuff, but I never look at Supercross to see their dates. You know, you don't think it's going to be an issue, but when there's one in the backyard, it kind of stinks. So,
yeah, and there's other things that was on our radar for this year that you know, we had to kind of work around. So yeah, it was just one of the things we missed.
Yeah. It's one of those things, or if you have something going on, and I'd say we didn't this year, but almost every year we get things saying, hey, we're going to get married on, whatever it might be, and just want to check to see if there's going to be a race that day. For me, when I find somebody it means so much to them that they're looking at wedding dates around the races and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
We try to do what we can, if we can miss it, stay off of it. We've tried to do that in the past, and I don't think we've really nailed too many of them, except I think Clay Whelan, he had to, if I remember right, he had to get married on the Heartland. Seems like that's what it was. There's something to do. He tried to get out of it any way he could out of the race. So
yeah, there's lots of events, births. I mean, yeah, a
lot of stuff going on. Then you get a lot of stuff with. So
I had to chuckle. Dylan's being funny. I haven't made one comment about your height, but thanks, Dylan, had me chuckling when you were talking about rescheduling dates. So.
Yeah, there's always a short joke getting thrown around somewhere.
Yeah,
but
so nobody wants to join open mic night. Come on, banter. Got 19 people out there watching. I'll even throw the link in the comments.
So we can start off with the one. I thought it was just a really nice deal with I got an email or a message, and I think you said you already had it out there also.
Yeah, there was a post off of our podcast reminder for tonight.
I can't find it. I thought I had it. Maybe I'll just let you read it. How's that? Go ahead.
Dun, 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 dun. All right. Travis Troy made a post yesterday. I don't think I'll be able to commit to being on tonight, but I really want to share how thankful we are with the series as a whole. This was their first year, and it was an awesome experience getting to meet so many families and build new friendships, etc. We're so incredibly grateful for the entire track crew and all the work that goes into keeping the course safe, especially the clear arrows and markings that help newer riders know exactly where to go. And to Andy, Chris, Tracy, and the rest of the staff, you don't get nearly enough credit for the nonsense you deal with, the effort you put in, and the dedication you showed the rest of us so they can enjoy the sport. Thank you all for that. It doesn't go unnoticed.
See, on mine, it didn't say it didn't have your name in there.
Oh.
For thanking. Did you put that in there?
I did not.
You did not. Okay. Maybe I can't find it, so maybe it was edited then.
And I'll double down because I went to go check the mail at my old house, and I did have a nice letter in the mail from the Troys. So they got my address somehow and sent me a nice thank you. So I appreciate that too. Okay, I got that.
So if
I thought I was special.
So let me get that up there if I can. How cool is that?
Yeah.
For Kaser, and look on the back of these.
Yeah.
I talked to him. If I can get it. I mean, look at the effort that went into these. It's phenomenal. And then Macy's,
Mm-hmm.
man, I can't get that centered. I mean, it's just very, very cool. And the letters that came with them.
Yeah, you're right. Go to the right.
There we go. Very cool. You know, each year we get some, and it's amazing. I've said this 100 times, Chris. When I go into, I went into Toby Vanderpool's office there a couple years back. I remember it was Peyton Brammer. He had a thing on the wall from her. Bailey.
Yep.
And her sister last year was there. Coulter Smalley. You know, you go into these and you see them, and people, it's just, they're amazed. Not enough people will do that anymore. And to put the effort that these guys put into it is amazing, you know. And can't thank them enough. I know some sponsors got that. I absolutely love getting the phone calls saying thank you. You know, it means a lot when anybody, but the kids is the future. And when they see the kids and stuff taking the time to, especially the handwritten stuff, you know, goes a long ways. And it's just really, really cool. I mean, I remember out there at Struthers Brothers, you know, on the north side of Des Moines there.
Yeah.
Went out there, and I think they had like 4 thank you letters posted up on by their parts counter, everybody to see. And it just goes a long ways. I mean, so much appreciated. So very thankful for that. That was really cool. I was excited as you know, coming home and seeing those and the thank you letters. And, you know, I'm just kind of picking on them because of this. And, you know, he wrote that nice thing he was thankful for the family. But, you know, what fun would we have with them guys this year? You know, you would never known it was their first year. And I love that how you meet so many people and you think they've been together for 10 years, you know, and you see that stuff. And, you know, I know it was very, you know, I don't know how to say it. It wasn't planned, you know, the new door on the motorhome, but I'm glad that she allowed us to have fun with that, you know. So
what? You ruined a door?
I didn't know. I had nothing to do with it. I just noticed the door was gone when they came in.
Oh.
You know, and I think there's a story behind that, but they did get it fixed. But it was fun, you know, giving her crap about it. And yeah, but just the kids being out there, and if you go over, you know, amongst the campers and stuff, and you see the kids having fun, and it's priceless. I mean, it's what the series is all about. So
yeah, I also got a thank you note, which they're up right now from the Gazing. So
oh yeah,
nice to get them both. Thank you guys. I see Sarah's on here paying attention, making comments out here. So it goes a long ways. You know, I'm sure the dealers, like you were talking about, it goes a long ways with them as well, and the sponsors. So,
yep, no, it's amazing, and like I said, I think our people are second to none. When I say our people, you know, our race family, yeah, just really cool. So,
but yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Hopefully we'll get some more stuff coming on here, but tell us real quick, just kind of like, what are you thinking about this time of year?
What am I thinking about? Well, I just displayed a QR code up there. So, you know, when we're not racing, it's getting ready for the next race or for the next season. So nice segue. Had this built in something fancy in their little streaming podcast that we have here. QR code. So I have displayed the Youth ATV Racer Questionnaire. I already have it built, ready to go. I had a couple people test it out. We're not going to leave it open a whole lot. I think by banquet time, we'll close it down right after the banquet, just so we can get done what we have to get done. So we kind of on my soapbox last or 2 podcasts ago. So get it filled out. We can get those databases, especially for the youth. That's why I displayed youth first. Know somebody. I'll also make a Facebook post here in a little bit as well. Yeah, it's just important to get that information. I've kind of been in the background looking at all the youth so far. We have 71, I believe, youth that raced with us last year that I believe will be eligible or might race with us this year. Try and get that worked out to see what the potential new class we're going to need.
Nice. And guess what I got today, Chris? We haven't talked about this. Speaking of what you just talked about there, I got another phone call. We have another 90 stalker starting brand new this year.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So we know that, we're going to do age based. We're not going to mess with the 8 and 9-year-old class. Those guys, 8 and 9-year-olds, will stick with the white background plates. Just once we can kind of get the other 2 classes figured out on a split. I don't want to throw anything out there, but it could be a 10 to 12 and a 13 to 15 range. Don't know for sure until we can kind of see those numbers and try to get them split evenly again.
Yeah, and I think we better pump the brakes there just a little bit, because not knowing what that could be, it could, I would say not 8, 9 would be the same, but the youngest group will probably be the same, correct? Because it could end up being 8-year-olds and then 9, 10, and you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think what you're saying is our youngest one will definitely be white still, correct?
Even
more than likely it'll be 8.
Numbers, it still looks to be 8, 9.
Okay.
So far from what I've researched and the calculations I've been doing.
Gotcha. Huh. Well, that's cool. Yeah, this will definitely be on the lighter. Well, this one was 10 years old, I guess. So maybe it wouldn't be in the youngest one. So,
yeah.
But yeah, looking forward. Brand new racer. Even talking about Dad might at some point start racing. So very cool to see that stuff. So,
We're just sharing out here. Nick's nice, but I gotta say I'm thankful for his wife. Oh, I mean, if we're talking about being thankful and people that have stepped up and really helped this year, we have our crew, but man, we've kind of taken everything to another level with Sabrina helping with some of the graphics and gathering pictures for us. And that other guy from Minnesota up there, what do they call him? Guy? He's not on here, but Zach. Oh man, the website this year is it's blown my mind with where it's going or where it's come and where it's headed. So those would be 2 of my, the top that I would have to think of what thankful for this year. We're also thankful for our PR guy, Joe Moeller. I think he's made some comments out here. What do we call? We got Paul Sir. All the guys that everybody plays their own role or does their own role in the series to keep it going. So it's just not one person, and the credit doesn't fall on one person either. It's a group effort.
100%. I'm glad you brought up Sabrina and poor Nick. He's getting bypassed here, and he's the one posting something. But
I know. Look, he's taking back the comment in that back. But look, we can talk about the series, but plug Nick. Nick has he does the number panels. So if anybody wants some number panel customized, doesn't want to, the plain ones that we have at registration, go to Nick and Nick will hook you up with a nice set. Which we don't see a lot or find a lot of those custom plates on the ground. So
no, that's a good point. We don't. We've maybe found 1 or 2 at the most. I think that was some of the earlier ones. But But yeah, no, it's a good point. You know, you're talking about how thankful we are for them.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of our crew's been with us for the whole time, you know, and this isn't just about the series by no means, but the crew
Yeah.
and our girls, you know, we can't thank them enough. And as a race, I think we've got the races figured out, you know, amongst all the crew and everything. But I think the one thing that we struggled with forever has just never been up to par is our social media, you know, our websites.
Mhm.
We struggled, you know, from one person to the next, you know, about every other year. And it just seems like it catches up to us, you know, and man, it's just unbelievable. Like you said, when we look at the registration part of things and you see how quick it's getting now, you know, and just the fact you can do it online. It's not for everybody, but you know, a good majority of the people really enjoy being able to do it online. And
Yeah.
you know, and just the stuff. I mean, with Zach and Sabrina, how many times have we all been on the phone together or text message, and before we get done text messaging, it's done. You know, I'm like, holy
Yeah.
cow. So it's really cool because everybody, I think, in our series, every individual, even Joe Mueller, I'd say even Joe, okay, um, brings like a certain aspect of something, you know what I mean, that
Mhm.
just makes everything better. And heck, I'll go out on a limb. I don't think we've ever been in better shape with the crew that we got, the girls that we got, you know. I'm even going to go out because I'm thankful Tuesday. Even our scoring, I'm going to say I'm thankful for. That's a mouthful, I know,
Mhm.
but everybody, you know, and with our registration, our Sabrina's doing and Zach, and then you got you know, everybody like you know, that brings like Nick, like you just mentioned, that brings something to the table. You know, Chad Bodorf, you know,
Mhm.
with his and stuff. It's people within and just bringing their own thing to it, and it's just makes it so nice and interesting. And I feel like we're in better shape than we've ever been, thanks to you
Yeah.
know the whole team, and not just the team, but heck, look at our racers. You know, look how much fun it is to you know,
Yeah.
you see them working together on stuff like I hate to talk about, like Cahokia when we had to, you know, get out of there that night so late, you know, and just the people. I mean, hardly anybody just left. You know, I think pretty much everybody stayed and helped, and you know, and I mean, Chris, how many people did you see out there helping till late?
Well, I didn't see a lot. I knew you set me up there. I had already left.
Oh, that's right. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Well, we knew from Keokuk, the weather was bad and it was
yeah.
getting worse. Trying to drive that 30 minutes almost took an hour, I think, just with the weather. So, yeah.
But you know what I'm saying? Just seeing the people step up, it's amazing every time, and yeah.
And it's the stories we don't hear. You know, you kind of touched on that it's the camaraderie. You know, in the pits, you can kind of see it. It used to be, you know, people come and you'll see that with other series. People go to the race, and leave. Well, I think we're seeing a lot more coming Friday. And I think you can contest it Saturday nights even are kind of a hangout that people stay and make a weekend out of it. And it becomes their own little pit area that several families get together and relax and enjoy each other's company.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I agree. I'm looking at my phone here, so I apologize, but I got to bring this one up because every time I've read this thing like 3 or 4 times, and every time it makes me laugh. So I'm not sure if I'm the right one to bring this up, but you know, here a while back, since we don't have a lot of people talking right now,
Mhm.
we had asked for some people's, you know, some stuff that had happened throughout the year, you know, and oh, great. Now I'm talking about it and I'm not finding it. It was so good. It was written so well. Craig Crary, if you're listening, I want to talk about your story you shared from Cahokia. Gotta see if I can find this, Chris. Oh man. I stink at this trying to find this stuff. Trying to figure out where he would have sent
think
it.
you went over that in the previous podcast, if I remember right, as well.
But I never did talk about his.
All right, so I threw up the QR code for the adult ATV questionnaire as well here.
You did just put it up?
Yeah, it's in the corner there.
Come on, Craig's usually on here. He must be working tonight. I need to know where he sent that to. It was so well written.
Nick is saying that he made it on his own profile.
What's that?
Nick just made a comment that maybe Craig put it on his own profile or his own page.
Yeah, maybe. Because he sent it to me.
Good old Rick Valentine. He's thankful for his wife.
Well,
we're all thankful for Laura.
Yes. Hey, there's a lot to be thankful for Laura with her coming back from the injury she sustained a year ago. Yeah, very thankful. She's been through a lot, so a lot of little stuff. Not little, I shouldn't have said little, but a lot of stuff like that I could go on and on all night long on. All the stuff like that man, just all the families and.
Yeah, I mean, got to think, my wife doesn't ever listen to this podcast, but, got to thank her and my daughter thought she was going to join us here for a second and say hello, but, I get to go out and get to spend the day or weekend here and there with the Race family. Why, they take care of things at home here and let me go and have some fun. So.
Absolutely. That's the thing that, man, we all have to be thankful for look at the Race families, and in order to put this together, how much time does it take for the crew and, and everybody away from their families to put in on this? It's amazing. I look at not just the crew. I mean, but you look at there's different tracks where right now, Adam Ratliff is helping me on a track right now a lot, and it wouldn't be there without him. I think of Fort Dodge, for example, the whole George family, there's a lot of stuff up there that never would have happened if it hadn't been for them. And I can go on and on, like Trump, down there at Cahokia, and it just, I think every track has someone attached to it.
Yeah.
Just doesn't mean that people always step up like the Georges and Adam and, Trump and stuff. It's amazing, and I don't know. It just, yeah, I have a tough time talking about it, Chris. It's just,
yeah.
Boy, I wish I could find it. Come on, Craig. Let me know where it's at, please.
All right. Rick's backtracking now and his 3 wonderful kids. Oh. But a good comment from Ashley. Family that plays together stays together.
100%.
Yeah. And it's nice that, that with Ashley, we know that we're tied, Chad with Ty Lube, that family, not everybody races, but they're all together and they still come, and the kids all ride bikes and they're all playing with the other racers. So it's just, it's nice to kind of see that everybody coming together and just playing nice, so to speak.
Yeah. I'm texting Craig, see if maybe he'll let me know where that's at. I'm hooked on this now, Chris.
Oh my. Nathan, Mr. Strange is asking if we're racing the fair this year.
Are we, or is he? That's
probably he wants us to confirm we are racing. What, August 15th? I think is the date.
But it is unofficial.
Unofficial till we get the approval from the State Fair Board.
Correct. Yeah. Yep. And I don't think if we told them that Strange is wanting to race, that would help us any. I don't know if that would make them say no or make them say yes. There's some strange things that happens out there.
I want to see him, see if he can still handle 2 hours.
Yeah. I'm thankful for some of the stories I hear from him too. And I heard stories from his wedding, that he was just laughing. Control issue there. Oh, Nathan's always good for stories, that's for sure. And if I don't know him, my son tells me about him. So, where would that have came from? Did we have something?
We're still on this kick.
I'm not letting up. It was so funny. I was trying to read it to Trace. I could not do it. It was really, really good writing.
Yeah, what else? What else
found
you got
it.
going on?
I found it. Okay. How much? I got it. Okay. Okay. Let me read this to you. Okay, Chris. You remember when we'd asked for people to share some of their stuff, and he did, and then we never got around to going through some of it. So I got to read this to you because I'm going to tell you right now, I'm thankful for Craig's ability to write a story. I'm not sure if he enhanced it or took it down a couple notches, but it's pretty darn good. Are you ready?
Yeah.
So this is some Craig Cray from Wisconsin. Round 5, Cahokia. Says, I believe it was the last lap or second to the last lap. I was running P2. Jason Malco was running P3. We were battling each other for position like Wile E. Coyote and the Roadrunner. We came out of the woods and hit one of the straightaway sections. All of a sudden, I start losing control of my quad. Strangest feeling when you try to make the quad do something and it doesn't respond. I realized that I was no longer the pilot of this operation. Jason had hit my right rear tire with his left front tire, and it had wedged under my rear fender by the exhaust. I start to come off the quad, and in the corner of my eye, I see Jason in midair right next to me. I came over the bars, flying through the air like a bad episode of Tom and Jerry. I got ready for the impact and hit the ground, seeing grass, then sky, then grass again. I laid in the grass with my pain on my left side and my tailbone feeling like I had just been on tumble dry cycle with a couple of bricks. As I laid there for what felt like minutes, I looked over to my left to check on Jason. He was laying a couple feet away from me like Rocky and Bullwinkle. says, who had just crash landed. Jason crawled over to me on his hands and knees and put his hand on my helmet. Are you okay? Yeah. Are you okay? Yeah. Our quads were tangled together like some type of goat rodeo, stuck together right in the middle of the track as we heard the thunderous roar of what sounded like the entire 90 stock class coming our way at Mach Jesus. We managed to get our feet without our walkers or get to our feet without our walkers and started to get our quads detached from each other. I mounted my trusty steed and attempted to start it. My mental GPS had lost signal. And it just cranked with no fire. Once I had a full system reboot moment, I plugged my tether cord back in, fired the quad, and we finished the race.
Nice.
That's pretty good riding there. I sure got a kick out of that. Did I oversell it, Chris?
No, it was funny. Did you oversell it?
Rocky and Bullwinkle, Tom and Jerry.
Look.
Hi.
So,
There we go.
well, yeah, she stays behind the scenes. She wants to come on, just say hi.
How are you?
Can you
Good.
tell Andy one thing you're thankful for? Okay. Are we? Oh, say bye so you can say that you're on the podcast.
Hi.
All right. See ya.
See ya. That's cool. I'm glad you did.
You can't make me fall over.
I seen one from Brent here saying, I'm
Mhm.
thankful for the whole Facebook lives when Joe Mueller doesn't know when he's on camera.
I think that should be like a running thing though, because it's happened a couple times.
I do
So maybe
too.
like that weird neighbor that's always on in the background. You should run with it and keep it entertaining.
Oh, I think he keeps it entertaining. I don't know if there's a way. I hope that's not disappeared yet. That clip of when that happened, if you remember right, that was Trenton. And, he didn't realize that he thought the camera was going the other way. And instead it was on me. And
Yeah.
he was flashing in the background, and stuff. And yeah, it's pretty shocking when he found out the camera was on him. Yeah, he's always we didn't finish very strong this year on our Facebook lives. We had a lot of fun with it, and then we got busy and one thing led to the next, but we got to pick that up more because it's see all the different
Well, it's the personalities of the crew, A
That's
lot
what I
of
was
times you see them for the split second you're racing by them, or they're in their way when the racers are coming through. I won't say who, but yeah, it's nice to kind of see who we are as people.
Yeah. No, we do have a lot of fun. That's for sure. And I think we keep him around definitely so his mom can bring us some lemon bars,
Yes, always a joy to see Rosie there.
It's a lot of fun with that. We have so many, like you said, that's what I was looking for is the personalities and stuff and just having fun with everything. And man, I tell everybody, it's like, and this don't take it the wrong way, but the race is literally the smallest part of the weekend, with having all the kids running around, the families. And, I miss when my kids were little and I know you've been there too, Chris, but how many times did we get there? And like my kids, for example, would take off like on Thursday because people would already be there or whatever. And it's like, you see them late Thursday night and you see them late Friday night
Mhm.
I had one that would always get to bed decent time and one that would always stay out till you made them go to bed. But you didn't have to worry about anything because the kids are off. They might be eating, and over in somebody else's trailer. We didn't even see them when it's time to eat. They just that cool family atmosphere. God, I love it. And you see the same thing with kids now, and you just don't see the phones out. You see the phones, or you don't see the phones at all. And the kids are out there just playing and having fun. And, the
We'll
families.
say that having fun on their bikes. That was something that was different this year. We kind of stopped the pit riding, which I thought, in my opinion, was very good this year. That the kids were walking together, or they all had all their bikes together out riding. So,
what about Weldon? Speaking of bikes, those bikes got worn out on that little motocross track where we did the adult 90s.
Yep.
I've seen kids since we got done doing the adult 90s. There was kids riding their bikes on there till like after dark that night.
I was going to say it was towards dark that they're still out there.
Yeah.
All ages.
Yep. No. What fun, man. Yeah. And then we get speaking of the adult 90s, that's coming up. Or, we'll be paying that out in the banquet.
I know. I'll be an extra $50 lighter too.
It will. You will be? Why is that?
Oh, what was that? Fort Dodge, I think that was that I put an extra 50 in the pot if Jordan Berg would start backwards to try to give the other guys a little bit of an advantage, and it backfired on me. So,
he won from starting backwards, didn't he?
Yes, he did.
Boy, he could just wheel that little thing. I mean, obviously, he's as fast as they come on a big one, but we've seen a lot of fun stuff on that adult 90. We didn't get enough of them, but thanks to Jason Mickelson, Century 21, we had a great little series with it. We had fun.
Yeah.
I don't know that I can think of anything that made me laugh more this year than nobody else picking up on what Jackson Carroll was doing at the Hole Shot Challenge.
Nobody. We're going to see that trick. We're going to see it in the adults.
Oh my gosh, that was just so funny. First time I seen him do it, then I was sure people would be looking over and seeing or telling somebody, and man, he was like the sneaky snake over there, and boy, he made it work. That was so cool. So, and then of course, we paying out for the let's see, we'll be paying out for the adult 90s.
Yep.
And then we also will be paying out for the Hole Shot Challenge.
Hole Shot Challenge will get paid out at the banquet.
Yep. And then, on that, we got to make sure that there is people out there that's paying attention and showing Tyrell Kerr some love at the banquet.
Yeah.
I'm not staying this year. Do you know that? We're not going to have a room. We're not staying at all. We're just going to come home afterwards late. But I made sure that there was going to be a bar for everybody at the banquet,
Mm-hmm.
So there will be a bar there for everybody, and it's named Tyrell Kerr Bar. So Kerr's Bar. So I'm sure we all take our turns in making sure that he's feeling good that night. And then we'll ask him at the end of the night, if he wants to do the hole shot thing again. So that's been the way to do it, here lately. So
nice. Oh, so some comments out here. Peyton saying that she's thankful that you didn't schedule any race during the late model nationals.
Yeah, and I even went last year by myself because my racing buddy ditched me, Peyton, And then I looked for Peyton and her family, and I didn't see them either. So, but I went by myself this year, and I made sure we weren't on that. So, and I haven't even seen her because I bought my very first late model T-shirt after that race, came home and ordered it immediately because they were all shut down afterwards. So I was wanting to impress her and show my shirt, and I never got to see her. I don't think she was at the last race.
Nice. Okay.
We won't mention who ditched me for that race, though.
I don't even know what was going on that weekend. Everything's a blur. I will say, that Saturday, I think, was the first time in months I was actually out of the house doing something other than work related. So it was nice. Went to a Bucks hockey game.
Oh, really?
Well, yeah. Well,
Oh,
got to spend some time with the boys. Yeah, it was good to get out.
it's fun to go do something. I've never been to a hockey game. I guess I went to the Buccaneers maybe once, long time ago. I think that's the only hockey game I've ever been to. So,
Mike Gilstein. Thankful that we have a series to race with. So many are shutting down currently.
yeah, obviously it's
And that's our commitment. We're here. We don't foresee anything happening. That keep going.
yeah, and I think we're fully focused this year, unfortunately, without side by sides. And that is the sad part, like Mike said, about people shutting down. I haven't seen too many quad series shutting down. I think we might be the only quad only one, and there's some that's doing. I was looking at the New York series. Oh my gosh, they're so big out there. I'm blown away. They must be doing just an absolute great job. But I just seen another, I forget who it was, seen another side-by-side series dropping them. And I'm sad to see that. I just, but now we're focused, and hopefully you're going to see some of that stuff now that we're focused just on four-wheelers. See some of that stuff, come back that just from being focused on it, so some of these new tracks, you won't have, it's hard to explain, but it's just different when you can just think about the one and the one size and everything. And yeah, we're really excited. I could go on for hours on this new track, and everything that Adam's helped us with. And I'm just so excited for the banquet. I can't wait to I'm not good at keeping stuff in, that, Chris, but man, this new one's got me excited. It seems like every day there's something else going on, and I'd still be many steps behind if it wasn't for Adam. So we definitely appreciate Adam and thankful for everything that he's bringing to the table and helping us get that race down there. So
Good.
yeah,
I know, and it's so much that we want to talk about that new one that we're attempting to do. We'll see. We'll see if we can make it happen.
yeah, exactly.
Oh, some other comments out here. Speaking of Adam, made a comment. He's thankful to see all the newbies in the first year class, which did have some good numbers.
Yeah, those numbers were amazing this year. In that class, I would say it's one of the absolute most important classes that we have, and yeah, I agree with you. That was really cool. So looking to.
So Chad said that the Tyloob Top Gun Award, they received or were selected and a winner of one of the classes throughout the year. And they haven't turned in their certificates. He'll accept them at the banquet. I mean, that if you turn in your certificate, that was $20 worth of product. I remember at the race that you could redeem. And then it also went towards the Top Gun Award at the banquet. So if you were selected, you want to race, or even if you forgot your paper, I'm sure we can get in contact, or you can get in contact with Chad and get you in that running for the Top Gun, Tyler Top Gun Award at the banquet he'll be giving away.
Gotcha. Cool. It's neat seeing the stuff like that, Well, we just got done talking about it, with just being able to bring something to the table, and man, it's just so much fun. But I was looking for a picture I wanted to share really quick. I think I shared it before, but I seen St. John Briggs comment there, and I always think pictures of his dad right there, but these pictures of Brady and St. John and Brock when they were very young, and boy, it just amazes me every time, but I'm not finding it now, of course, so. But yeah, so I wish I could dig through the pictures fast enough, and I might even find some pictures of the nobody would believe with an old 400EX getting raced. I think it was our very, very first year.
Oh, stop.
Yeah.
Back in the day.
Back in the day. Do you know who this is? On that 90?
Looks like, no. Who is it?
Races Utilities now.
Joey?
Yep. Yep. Joey Miklas.
Now he's proud dad.
That's right.
Right? If I remember right, they had a baby on my birthday, so that kid's going to be smart.
Oh, man. Poor little man.
So, yeah. Oh.
Huh.
So look, Travis Troy made a comment. I think this was when you're talking about going to the late models by yourself. Sorry, I picked that up off the ground. That, if you go next year, they'll give you a ticket.
Nice. I might have to find somebody else to bring with me next year since I got ditched this year.
I know.
This is something I'd like to implement too, Chris. Is we used to get pictures like this. And man, I have a hard time with that.
You got to go to the right. God. Just like what is it? The Geico commercial where they teach you not to be like your parents.
Okay. Remember we used to get these photos all the time of where they were wearing the series shirts?
Yep.
We have a lot of fun with some of them.
Yep.
Some of the stuff that you're thankful for going through some of these pictures is absolutely amazing. But we could reminisce on this like all day long, though, couldn't we?
Yeah, you could. So, one thing that you really harp on, Dylan's got my back tonight. We said that guy in the picture wasn't you because he's too tall.
I didn't say that was me.
Yeah, boy, he's making an assumption it wasn't you. No, what I was getting to say is, you always talk about competition and running to it versus running by it or away from it. So,
yep.
Aiden Hayes made a comment out here that he's thankful for the competition in the A class, which I second that. That A class this year was entertaining to watch.
Yes, it was.
Which Jaden made a follow-up that it's going to be fun to battle in the double A class next year.
Oh.
Well, yeah, that's maybe he's throwing it out there.
First time we've heard that, isn't it?
Jaden's throwing it out there. He's going to double A. And I think he's ready. I I do. And I
Yep.
think Aiden's ready too. I mean, bringing that competition up to the double A is going to help that class as well. Gosh, can't wait to see those battles.
You know, and that's a couple of the kids right there that you're right. I say it all the time, Chris, and I mean it. I'm not afraid to say that we've seen it in our series before where people run away from competition. We always hear about sandbagging, but man, we really don't hear that word used very much at all the last probably 4 or 5 years. I'm just so impressed with everybody not being told to move up, but they are just volunteering, moving up. And some of them guys jumping from the junior class, or schoolboy straight to, A class, or, getting their feet wet in C and then going straight to A. And I mean, it's very impressive. So yeah, that always gets me. I get really proud of the people that really want to test themselves, and the sport can definitely do it. So great job out of both of them. And there was a lot of them this year. Here, I think of all the young ones, jumping up, Chris. But then all of a sudden you think of one he's a young man too, but Joe Lutz. Like Joe Lutz could be in the plus 40, the plus 50, and instead he's running the A class, and I mean, I don't know. He's just a different cat. I don't know. I think he fuels his machine on Mountain Dew.
Yeah. Oh, so I got Jaden Jones corrected and clarified that he's only going to make the first 2 races this year. And he's not going to jump up to double A. Because he doesn't want to mess up the points for the rest of the guys in the class.
Gotcha.
Hold on. He says he's going to be on because of basic. Jaden, is he going military?
Oh, that's for him to announce, not for me.
Oh. If so, Jaden, you kind of already threw it out there. What branch are you going in? Because the Air Force is the best force.
That's another thing. Speaking of that, we've got a lot to be thankful for. Owen Hyatt and Tryson Ratliff.
Yeah.
Both enlisted this year and came and talked to me before they left. Appreciated that, but they'll be back, but off serving and not sure exactly where they're going to be posted exactly. So, but going to miss some time away from us, but hopefully we see them back and stay in touch and let us know how things are going. But obviously proud of any of them young ones that'll decide to go out there and serve and look out for all of us. So we definitely appreciate it. Thankful for sure. So it's cool hearing a lot of this stuff. Don't really have anything planned for tonight, but so.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, just off the cuff. I mean, I'm fine with that. I mean, we're working, no exciting news. We kind of were working on the banquet. Yeah, looking forward to it. So it's not like super exciting stuff going on right now. It's just kind of a slower time of the year as we try to, spend some time with our own families through the holidays. But,
yep.
So Jaden's out here making comments that He'll be in South Carolina, Virginia for National Guard Basic from June to December. Just in the Guard. So is it Air National Guard or Army Guard? We'll see.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, thank you for your service. It's a good experience. You know, I have, 2 kids. One's going to Simpson for be wrestling next year, and our youngest really doesn't have a career path kind of picked out. We have been talking military. I was in the Air Force myself. I've got a brother in the Air Force currently. But we've been throwing around maybe some opportunities there for our youngest if he wants to go and see the world. As I tell him, I'm like, you can be stationed anywhere that learn a good skill and be able to serve the country as well.
Yeah. Yeah, that's neat. There's many times that I regretted not doing it, but
I mean,
definitely
yeah.
takes a lot though. I mean, there's so much to be away from the family and life as you know it, to commit to that. It's absolutely huge, man. I mean, I don't know of a soul that's not thankful for every single individual that's done it,
Yeah.
But yeah. Yep, definitely a big deal, and can't thank him enough. That's for sure.
Yep. And I'm horrible. I meant to make a post out there for those that have served. We do thank everyone for that. I got super busy around Veterans Day and wasn't able to make a post, but I try to shy away from that. You called me, and I don't really want to acknowledge or go out and advertise. It's just I kind of keep it to myself, but really meant to make a post, so I'll do better. And try to make more Facebook posts around the holidays and special events.
It's tough. I mean, if it was your full-time job, yes, but with all the stuff going on, and we know that you've been moving and everything, definitely appreciate it. So,
what is one thing that you can tell us about upcoming season that maybe you haven't said anything yet? What's to look forward? You're working on Whole Shot, right? Are we
working on what?
Whole Shots, right? We're gonna have Whole Shot kind of a Hoodoo returning.
Hoodoo is, yes. Yep. Hoodoo had, I give everybody there, the whole team, credit. Right after the Corden race last year, he was unable to be there the whole time. But before he left, he came up and said thank you and said I wish they could stay longer, but I 100% want to commit to next year. So that's a big deal,
Yeah.
We do have a new sponsor. I can tell you that. We're going to hold off on everything for the banquet, but since you ask, once again, we want to thank Adam Ratliff for this, because without him, I would still be looking. So, but we want to welcome Premier Ag out of Bethany, Missouri. It's going to be our title sponsor for our race there in Canesville. So really appreciate that. It's going to be critical this year on changing some stuff up, to get them covered. And I can't thank him enough there. So once again, he's helping. So yeah.
So I've seen some comments and some talk. We released 2 weeks ago our schedule, right? Our 7-race series schedule. We've indicated tonight, we even hinted during that release a couple weeks ago that we were going to do the state fair. We're just waiting on approval, so nothing is official yet. But I'm seeing in the comments here the Heartland Challenge. Your comments, from my point of view, we feel like we need to take a year off, right?
Well, and I don't want to fool anybody, Chris, when nobody realizes the work that goes into that, And let's show some history here a little bit, okay? So I raced in the very first 12 Hours of America that happened to be in Fort Dodge.
Yep.
And we never started a 10-hour. We never wanted to compete with anybody. We never wanted to. It's because there wasn't anything, When the 12 Hours of America decided to stop theirs is when we picked it up. And I think it was either the next year or the following year after we decided to do that. And man, I think some of my best memories from our series and the racing in general, we could talk hours on hours, 20 more podcasts about stories that came from the Heartland Challenge, And, since 2008, that was the very first one. It's just been amazing. And some of that stuff, people wouldn't, if you're just tuning in now, you've never been with us, you would not believe the numbers and stuff, that used to be there. I'll never forget starting the side-by-sides, 46 people on the one line. Do you remember that?
Yep.
I remember getting ready to start that. And Harlan Foley says, you can't start 46 of them at once. And I'm like, well, that's what we're doing. And right before I dropped hit the horn, I'll never forget him saying, God help us. And 46 of them took off all at once in the one class, the open class, and we didn't have any issues. And I remember right afterwards, before we said something, it was right after all three classes took off. I remember him or somebody yelled, "Thank you, Jesus," because we made it to there clear. But 46 people on one row, and just all the fun stuff that we see, that's happened in that race, the time, the effort, the money, everything's been put into it. The people from, some of my biggest heroes in ATV, have been at that race, and it's just meant the world to us. So it's definitely a hard thing to swallow, but I think reality sets in. Since COVID, we've been struggling with it. GBC had to go back, and they've kind of restructured how they're doing things. They were with us pretty much the whole time. It's just one of those things that I'm not even going to tell you, Chris, we're just going to take a year off, because I don't think that works myself. We've seen that with having to take a year off, with COVID. And then my situation, right or wrong, I made that call, to take that year off, and it's hard to come back from it. So I would say right now for the Heartland Challenge, if you didn't compete in it, you should have. If you did, you understand probably how special something like that is, bringing the whole team and everything together, the opportunities that were created there. But I think it's, in my opinion, I guess just being honest, Chris, I don't know if I have the energy right now to find another track for that. We're always kind of looking, it's always in the back of the head, on stuff like that. But as of right now, I think we're just going to kind of put it to bed. And I would never say never about it popping back open. But there is somebody else in the, over on the east side of the country that's doing a race now, started a couple years ago, a 9-hour race. So there's opportunities there. Once again, we only do 7 races a year in our series so that people can go other places. So, we're really going to kind of take a step backwards, if you want to say it, refocus on our ATVs. It's going back to 2004 when we first started. That was our sole focus. I hear people say that the sport is dying. I don't know. I hope I want to be nice when I say this, but I don't get it. We've been able to keep this sport going in our state. We've helped about 4 other series get started around the country. There's probably more series right now, Chris, that they're not ATV series, but they do have ATVs, whether it be bikes first, then ATVs, or vice versa. but there's probably more of them than there's been in the last 10 years.
Okay.
New ones have popped up, and that's encouraging. And man, I always sit there and just kind of wonder and scratch my head when I hear someone saying the sport's dying. We see a lot of side-by-side series that are shutting down right now for one reason or another. Probably 6 to 7 of them in just the last, 8 months, I'd say.
Mhm.
But the ATVs, man, you look at GNCC, they're going strong. Some of the other series, the New York series, it's absolutely amazing. Ours was up this year. We kind of leveled out with some of the other bigger series. There's a lot of smaller ones going. I mean, it's just amazing to me where the ATV thing is right now. We're starting to hear rumors of, we've spoke to a couple of them. Some manufacturers are looking at getting back into the sport. I think our sport is doing really, really well right now. I think we've kind of gotten through the dry spell, and man, I don't think there could be a better time to be in our sport, to be honest with you. And look at what we got: 107 kids at the last race, 107 kids. So yeah, super excited on that. But I think it's time to put the Heartland to bed. We are working on something special. Yeah,
It's not replacing the Heartland, so it's not
No. I would be the first one to tell
something
you.
unique.
Yeah, nothing's going to replace the Heartland. Nothing. I think the Heartland, I mean, you look at the other numbers that the other series is doing right now. Before COVID, when we were super strong, in the Heartland, there's no numbers that can compare to it at all. I mean, it was a lot of fun. So, yeah, I don't think it's fair to that race to do it either. I just think it's time to put her to bed and move forward. And you never, like I said, never say never, but might be something that pops up again sometime. So,
Yeah, some more thank yous. Even Jaden's made that good to see new tracks the last few years, and the numbers are growing. And then Jaden also asked if we're going to split the classes back up now that the numbers are up and we're focusing only on quads.
So I'm thinking he's talking
Some of the
classes, probably doing like an AM and PM, I'm guessing.
We'll talk about both. Let's talk about, when would we make a decision, one, to split like an AM, PM like we used to, and as well as maybe splitting a class like we've done in the past. We split the C's, and they're still supporting themselves. We've kind of ventured, kind of like we've had to do with the 90 stock, had to do the same thing with the B class previously as well. So kind of give your opinion or your thoughts on maybe those two different splits.
So, yeah, that's a great question. We've talked about this a little bit. Certain tracks I can see wanting to split it. For example, Fort Dodge. Fort Dodge we had the largest race we've had up there since COVID was this year. And that's a lot of people on that track. It's a shorter track, faster track. It's a lot of people. We had a lot of people ask this year about splitting up after that race. We didn't hear too much about it. But here's the thing. So splitting the classes themselves up is tough. This year we had a young C that was really strong, right?
Yep.
But we had an old C that we call it, and it wasn't very strong at all. I mean, I think several times we only had like 5 or 6 people in it. We could have moved those 5 or 6 and only had one C class and been just fine. There would have been other classes just as big as that one. We have split it up. It's going to remain split up for this year. We'll have to just look at the numbers again. If the numbers are like they were this year, I would say we may not even have a split C class the following year. We definitely need to get more in the older one. B class, it would not support a second. It would not support a split. Ironically, one of the biggest classes we had this year was AA. AA had, I remember at least once or twice, we had like 20 or 21 people in there. So that was amazing,
Yeah.
So it's very hard from one year to the next. Like Jaden's a great example. Ironically, he's the one that asked the question, but for A class, he'll be gone, for most of the season, so there's one less in that one right there. So it's very hard to say like next year we'll do this because you don't know the numbers are going to support it, and if we can increase the numbers by doing another class, we're not afraid to do that by no means, but it's just got to make sense. The splitting of the classes, from the people that used to race with us many years ago, before we split them, there was a whole different world. Chris, we used to have 130, 140 in just the morning class. We had more people than typically what we do now in the whole thing, just in the morning class. And then the afternoon class, we had roughly 100, 105, I think it was. So there's a much bigger need for it back then than there is right now. But also to say that we haven't talked about that, we're not afraid to say that, yeah, we're looking at it, but we've got to have stronger numbers for more races than just a couple in order to make that decision. So,
yeah, it's just not, there's a lot of behind the scenes as well. So when you kind of want to split those sessions up in AM, PM, there's a lot that I would have to do behind the scenes that would be something we would have to talk about and make sure that we can support that on the back end.
Yep.
Currently, we have 3 databases, and that's why it's important to get those questionnaires in as well. Another shameless plug, because each session has its own database that we run. Some do it different. That's what I've chosen. It's worked for us for 20 some years now that we've been running this scoring. That if we were to introduce a fourth one, it's doable. It's just it would be some work behind the scenes that would have to take place. But I would love to see us, get to that stage again where we'd have to split everything up.
Yeah, and the other thing is we're as we talk about splitting them, like that last race, for example, you can correct me if I'm wrong, Chris, but I remember for sure we had 107 kids, but we only had like 120, 122 adults. So that's pretty tough to say we've got enough to split. If we get on a consistent basis, I promise you, yes, we would split them. But till we get on that consistent base, it'd be hard to even look at it, So I would say right now, if we had to split it, it'd be in the kids class again, which we know we do. We're working on that, trying to split the 90s up again. But yeah, so hopefully that covers it a little bit anyway. So.
Good question, Jan.
So the biggest thing is just to make sure going into next year, we know, everybody knows, if you've been to all the races, you understand that we've got one new track. That one new track is going to be amazing. That's one you got to circle it right now. No, we're not doing the Heartland this year, but it's really close to the same date as the Heartland, and just circle that date right now that you got to be there type thing. But yeah, all the other classes, I feel like the tracks that we're going to are solid. They've all got different, I think they're all different,
Yeah.
But yeah,
So I'm going to interrupt you there because we keep talking and we keep teasing about this new race. I'm
not saying anything more about it.
Yes, you are. When can we expect that we can release more information? I know that are we thinking banquet time
Yes.
that we should have more details about everything that not probably official final details on this race, but
We
leading
will.
up to it, we should have it pretty nailed down.
I plan on spending some time at the banquet just on this race.
Okay.
We
All
will
right.
have a lot to say. There's some of the stuff is already nailed down, Chris, but
Yep.
there's a lot of it that is still working progress.
Yeah.
It's all headed in the right direction.
Mhm.
But I promise you, it's going to be worth the wait. Everybody at the banquet this year, I know will be, it'll be good. So, yep. So speaking of the banquet, I'm a little excited about what his name is, Andrew, right? That did the DJ.
I'm bad with names. Yeah.
I know.
Don't ask me for the last name.
Malachek or anyway, I want to thank him too, because the deal he put on there after Murray was just a lot of fun, seeing people and some of them out of their comfort zones, but just doing it and having fun, and others just hanging out and stuff, and to be able to just do something new at the banquet, afterwards, just have another thing to chill and stuff. I'm looking forward to it, just having like the DJ and a little bit of karaoke and stuff, but it's a lot of fun. So a couple different stuff changing like that's all for the good. So
yeah, so here's some comments. Craig must have got off work because now he's commenting. B class had an average of 12 people last race, but 14, 18, 20 at the other races.
Yep. Sounds about right.
Jeremy's letting me know my plant, so I'll let my wife know she needs to water her plants behind me.
I like how you automatically say those are your wife's.
They are. My office is almost done. It's nothing, plain Jane white walls. So
I think what Jeremy's probably getting at is a guy that drives a Prius probably has plants in his office.
oh. Nice. Shira was nice to you all night. Didn't make one short joke. It was all Dylan. And here we go. Mr. Nice Guy, 2 compliments within the first 5 minutes turn into this. So
I wasn't saying I was saying that. I was trying to clarify what I thought Jeremy was saying.
Nice. Oh, here's a comment about Beaconsfield. Are we ever going to go back to Beaconsfield?
That would be a lot of fun, wouldn't it? I don't think there's an opportunity to do that. There's some stuff behind the scenes down there is the reason we stopped going there. And it was just a choice. It wasn't our choice. But yeah, it's hard to say because I definitely don't want to say the wrong thing. But again, if I'm being honest with you, I don't foresee that probably ever being a option. So,
Nice.
But we do have some more tracks that we're going to look at. We had a couple tracks that we had, so to speak, and then lost, and just didn't feel comfortable with the bigger machines like the side-by-sides coming.
Yeah.
So we're going to go back and look at those again and see some opportunity. But Chris, I think we have 3 tracks that we need to actually look at. It may not be a make the race schedule for a couple years, but it's nice to have a couple extra ones just in case something would happen. So,
yep. And you made that commitment after we had to go to Murray 3 times.
yep.
Thank God for the Moors to let us go back when things didn't go right, and we needed somewhere to go. But you made a promise never to do that again. So you've been working your tail off trying to find new locations.
Well, and I know you and I have said this many, many times, but Chris, how do we find the best locations? You know, there's people that'll give us credit for finding something, or man, this is a great one. You know, you did a good job finding it, but you know, here's the deal. It always comes from racers.
Yep.
You know, they're the best people to find. Adam Ratliff is a great example. You know, Gary Eads, you know, getting us into to Trenton. You know, it just goes on and on. And man, we literally can't thank them enough. It just happens like this. 2 of our other tracks that we've got to go look at are coming directly from racers. You know, so
yep.
That actually all 3 tracks are from racers. So, and here's the thing, you know, you always see this stuff like, geez, half of the races are in Missouri. You know, there might be a time where all the races are in Missouri. I don't want to say that. There might be a time where all the races are in Iowa, but we can't force anything to happen. So if we find 3 tracks to look at in northern Missouri, we're going to go look at them. You know, might be a thing that we can rotate or whatever. I feel like we've got 3 really super solid, actually 4 super solid tracks in southern Iowa right now. We got tracks and where we're looking, they're kind of in that same area, you know. So if you have something in your area, start looking, you know. We're basically looking for that central Iowa, you know, to northern Missouri is kind of where our focus is right now. So, but if you have anything around you and you're not in that area that I just spoke with, we won't know it if you don't bring it up. You know, it's just hard. Sometimes I can go ask, but if you know the individuals that live there and stuff, it's just by having somebody that they're comfortable with and talking to, it makes all the difference in the world. So,
yep.
Please bring it up. So,
well, you're very. Well, how many acres are you looking? Would you ask for?
So great question. We get asked this all the time.
Yep.
Ideally, I'd like about 400 every time. That way it's spread out plenty. I always say about 250 is about the smallest, depending on how it's laid out. I can bring up a track that, Chris, you'll probably still be crying about it. I am too. And it was a fun track, but when mud hits, everything gets thrown out the door. And, you know, like Montezuma, for example, it had a lot of neat stuff there. That's why we wanted to go there. You know, it had the motocross track, it had huge hill, you know what I mean? All kinds of stuff. But man, when that mud hits and you're already what I would say too close to each other, but then you're kind of everybody's stuck, you're going around it. And next thing you know, you're so close to it. And we've seen so many people, probably more of that race than any other one, getting off track and end up, you know, cutting part of the track off. And it causes so many issues that by having the right amount of ground and not having to be close to, so like we'll use Corden as example, you know, a new track for us this year on what we call, I think what everybody calls the good side.
The short side?
Oh, okay. Here we go. Short side. I like that. Good job.
I mean, because the tree line, you know, the branches were.
Yeah. You can backtrack all you want. I got it. No, but with that, for example, we were able to go down, back because of the way the ground is laid out with the cricks and stuff, you know, and that helps us tremendously. So it all depends on how the ground is laid out, but I always say a minimum of about 250 and would like to be around that 400.
Gotcha. Good. Thanks for clarifying that.
Yep. There was something else with that. I forget what I was going to say now, but.
Okay.
Is it just Andy?
We're still live, but some of the viewers say your plants need water.
They don't need watered. And do they all really like my plaid wallpaper? Are they all pretty jealous of it?
Andy's jealous. He thinks it's my office. So it's
Okay.
my chair.
Maggie, we appreciate you clarifying this because we weren't sure that was your office.
I mean, I think Chris would prefer that it's his office, but it's fine.
Okay,
It's
go
fine.
get up.
Uh,
Oh my, the comments here. I'm cleaning some house in the comments, so apologize for that as well. Andrew Milhelic. I know I'm going to slaughter the name, but that's your DJ.
yep. Yeah. Exactly. We got anything else?
We got some people that just deleting some stuff. Jeremy Verks is after me about my wife's plant, so I'm glad that she was down here to clarify all of that. It's her office.
Huh.
No, it's kind of gotten quiet. So maybe it's a cue.
Well, we both promised each other we'll be done in an hour tonight.
I know. We're like, oh, just an hour. Jump on. Nobody's going to join us. But we had some good, good information, some really good questions.
Yeah.
I've seen some people already trickle in on questionnaires. So that's helpful as well. I did make that post out there on Facebook. It just helps out a lot. The sooner that we have that information, the sooner we can get ready.
Gotcha. No, that sounds good. I know it's a big help in many different ways. So we definitely appreciate you doing that, Chris. That's helps a lot.
So we're gonna take enjoy the rest of the weekend here. You have big plans for Thanksgiving?
No, we're gonna stay home.
You're staying home?
Yeah, I'm staying home. So get ready for the storm on Friday.
I know. We're just talking that I need to get outside no matter what the temperature or how windy it is tomorrow. I got some leaves that need raked, a couple acres worth of leaves. So we'll get out there and get her done.
Nice. Yeah, then Sunday is, of course, Sunday is another holiday. So that's 2 holidays in 1 week,
Another holiday.
Well, you know what holiday that is, don't you?
What is
It's the Cy-Hawk, showdown.
Oh, okay.
So
Didn't know where you're going. I was like, it's not your birthday. It's not Tracy's birthday.
yeah, nope. It's the Hawkeyes and Cyclones wrestle at Hilton at Iowa State this year. So
Ooh, on Sunday.
Sunday on ESPN. So that makes it better that I get to watch it because I'm not going up. So
You're not going to drive up? You wouldn't drive up.
I would drive up, but we don't know how the storm's going to be. So we're probably
yeah.
still going to be spraying or removing snow. So I'm not guaranteeing that we'll make it there. So, but I got to watch Iowa's 197 pounder Mo just transferred from Wartburg to Iowa this year and is ranked number 4. So we're excited watching that.
How about Ferrari? What do you think about?
He's amazing. He's doing great. I'm excited. I think they got a great team. It's never going to be perfect, but
Yeah.
I think they're exceeding expectations right now. So the one thing that I do know is they will beat Iowa State.
Oh, we just have okay. Cash made a comment. Isn't Sonny gonna be wrestling shortly?
Yeah, I think
Did
he
we
is.
miss that?
Yep.
I'm horrible. Did we miss this special match that he was supposed to be in?
Oh, I didn't hear about that.
I mean, we've got so many kids in wrestling.
Yep.
Danny Bowling got one this past weekend. Trying to keep track of everybody.
Yep. Doing
That's
really
a good
well.
wrestling program up there in Jessup.
Yeah. Yeah. No, yeah, we could do a whole nother episode on that, but I always say that the
No.
two sports are so close to each other. It's amazing. So
No, you can't say that you'll miss the banquet because he's wrestling varsity. I think I had to jump in a car right after wrestling this past year and make it. So it just
how many years did
tournaments start early in the morning?
yeah. How many years did I jump in the car at what time of the day was it at I-35, remember, and jet down to the banquet?
Yeah. I mean,
Bring Brady and jet down there. But yeah, hopefully they're close enough they can still go to the banquet. So they'll definitely want to be there. But I get it. That's the tough part, sports and everything. So
mhm.
I sure hope we can see it. At least we're, let's see, 31st. We're getting close to district, so it's probably a conference meet they would have. I'm guessing it's conference or wouldn't be districts yet, I don't think. So
Nevada, they'll be wrestling that Saturday, so they'll be rushing it.
yeah, I think Nevada, if I remember right, their tournaments, I always thought they got done about 4 too. So that will be pushing it, but they can still get there, get in on the news, and we can still we'll take the time to wait and acknowledge them when they get there. How's that?
Yeah.
So two great kids that's raced for a long time, little fast dudes, and yeah, we're not going to penalize them for being in wrestling either. They should get a gold star for that.
I mean, so many kids. I was just trying to thinking of like you got, Nimke High School. I think is Jaden wrestling this year. Yeah.
James not. Nope.
Okay.
But we got a full schedule with Wartburg though.
Yes, you do.
So
Yeah, we got the Vertzes. I'm so many wrestlers. I know I'm probably missing some, but yeah,
Mathis's girls are wrestling.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So yeah, there's a ton of them. Might have to start a little thing and let us know how they do on the mat. Have everybody give us updates. So,
Well, it's all like, as always preach, sports help in the classroom. So the more that they're active, it's all proven. My boys are both good, and that's because they're in sports all the time. That I think it helps them concentrate when they need to concentrate in the classroom, and gives them something to do outside of the classroom to stay focused.
exactly. Yep. So, cool. Well, I promised you I'd keep you time-wise, but man, you just keep pushing more and more on it. So,
No way. Here's another one. See, you say I'm keep pushing there. Craig's telling us that Logan's 10-1 right now.
awesome.
Dang.
He must be wrestling all like Wisconsin people. Or is that one loss from Iowa?
Oh my.
No, there's a lot of tough guys and girls. A lot of them from up in Wisconsin. So it's a big deal. That's awesome. I'm glad they let us know that. We're gonna have to come up with something to let us kind of give updates on everybody so we know. I'd love to go see some of them.
Yeah.
But it just gets difficult. But yeah, Would love to see it.
Or Facebook Live. We're Facebook friends with a lot of them, so I'm always jumping on. I always enjoyed it when your wife would do a Facebook Live and so I could watch the kids wrestle.
Yeah. Yeah, can't be everywhere at once, but
Oh, Trayson Ratliff just made a post. Can't wait to come home for the Canesville race.
oh, really?
Yep.
That would be awesome. Trayson, we're proud of you, man, and for doing what you're doing. And if you can be there, I guarantee you won't be disappointed. But yeah, take care of what you got to take care of first. And my guess is that Canesville race, if it all goes the way your dad helping us, is I think it's got a long life there. So
Yeah. Eric, Craig just said he'll check the date for the Hawkeye National. Eric's on, letting us know his grandson in Johnson is wrestling junior varsity.
oh, nice. I didn't realize they did wrestle. That's cool.
And you must be like texting Jeremy and Cash to make fun of me about my Prius and my new office here.
I'm telling you, I didn't say nothing. I was just reading into that.
I knew I was going to get cracks. Like, I was trying to debate where can I do the podcast from that's halfway decent, because I brought everything down to my new office, and then the last minute, let's cut a hole in the wall. Didn't really make a good backdrop for tonight, so I told my wife I'm going to use her office. So
Huh.
I will never do a podcast from this office again.
It gives us something to
We'll
talk
do
about.
it from the garage if we have to, I guess.
Yep. Oh, you know what? I do have something. I'm not going to be too picky on this, but if there is anybody out there that has won a golden corn cob at the Heartland Challenge
Mm-hmm.
and would like one for, like, I don't know, maybe to give to a sponsor, or put in their garage or something, we actually have quite a few of them, Chris. When I say quite a few of them, probably 2 to 3 cases that was when we got them, like, the back of the corn cob, little pieces were broke, stuff like that. You can't see them unless you're looking, for them. But I have a dumpster here right now that we're doing some clean out, and they are going to be going in the dumpster. So
What?
yeah, I can't keep them any longer. So they're gonna be gone here shortly. But if anybody would like one, hopefully it's not someone saying I've never won one, so now I'm gonna say I did. It won't have a plate on the front, but if you want one, like I said, just to have in the garage or to recognize, what I mean, that you've won one or something.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah, so they will be going in the garbage. So it's always this time of the year when we have, I think there's like 6 cases out there of trophies that haven't, or plaques that haven't been picked up. We try to keep them, long enough, but when they don't get picked up, unfortunately, I hate it when we're throwing them away, but it is what it is. So,
I mean, you can't just keep those laying around, and it should be a racer's responsibility if they want that plaque. I know we put it out there that they have until the following race, but it should be on them if they want that plaque and they have to leave or left a little early before they knew they got a plaque. It should be their responsibility.
yeah. Yeah, like I said, I hate to get rid of stuff, but it's time. So,
Yep. So a couple comments out here. Kind of give them. We could give them to the sponsors for the races that they sponsored. Cash said, "Oh, just auction them off at the banquet." That's a good idea. So and then Travis won the 50 limited, but when it gets the sticker, so they ordered, I'm guessing, a series sticker from you.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, absolutely. We can definitely get them. Like I said, I don't want, they're damaged, you know, some of them more than the others, but yeah, they're not that bad. So, but definitely anybody that can use them, I'd much rather see that than get thrown in the dumpster. So for sure. And if you are on a trophy this year, we always make sure that the sponsors get some, but if you are on a trophy, and you would like some other plaques like to give to your sponsors with you on there, let us know too, because I can always check and see if we've got them, and then I can save them for you, bring them to the banquet, you know, or you can pick them up or however you'd like to. But I'd much rather not throw this stuff away. But it's just like my our lost and found. Oh my gosh, at the end of the year. Oh, I wish I could. I can't tell you the name. I want to say it's Jason something. It's a red and black jersey. Chest protector, I think, is there. The whole 9 yards. I think it came from the Iowa State Fair race. I don't recognize the name, so I'm guessing maybe somebody that, you know, a TT or flat tracker that was racing with us. But we've got this whole gear and chest protector, everything, but it's got his name on it. But yeah, all the stuff from the, you know, from the lost and found that wasn't picked up, that stuff's pretty much going to be going in the dumpster really quick. So, but yeah, like I said, if you want one of those, just let us know and I'll make sure we set one back for you.
All right. Even though Brent's saying throw them away.
Well, and that's why. That's what I feel like doing. I agree with him, but that's why I said I'd much rather have it if somebody's won one and wants to give it to a sponsor like Troy's were saying that, you know, be able to put it in their shop and have it in their house. I don't have a problem with that. I don't really want to, if you haven't won one, you know, be the worst way to get it, you know, so but I definitely agree with him. So anyway, so tell you what, I think that's about all that I've got.
That's all I have today, buddy.
I'll let you we'll get off here shortly so you can water your plants.
Oh, her face.
I don't see anything wrong with them. I'm not a plant, so I couldn't tell you if they need it or not. Or
I thought they were all fake.
oh,
Look, the top one is not fake. So,
you know the problem with this now, don't you?
what?
Now that everybody's giving you crap over this, she's probably not going to allow you back in.
Oh, gee.
So the next week we might see you in bare rafters sitting on the concrete with your phone or something.
No, my office is right out here. That it's getting done.
Gotcha. Cool. Well, I think, long story short, I think we got a lot to be thankful for. A lot of friends and families and a lot of unique stuff going on. Excited about this year and yeah, I'm thankful I got a friend to make fun of, Chris. So appreciate it.
Joe Mueller.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. So don't forget. Oh, something else. God, I wish I could show it to you, but I can't. And maybe I hope Troy don't get upset with me for throwing this out there, but man, I can't thank them enough. They're putting in something really, really cool for the banquet, for the silent auction.
yeah.
Oh my gosh. It's supposed to raise money, not cost me money. Unbelievable.
They bringing some lemon bars or something?
Well, that will definitely cost. But I think I'd be better off to split it with somebody instead of me eating the whole thing by myself again. But they're so good. It's a must-have. So, but no, we have a neon series sign that they are getting built just for the silent auction. And I'm telling you, I am so stoked over this thing. I
feel
think
great back here.
You think she's going to let you put that up there?
No.
But thanks to them guys. I mean, that was one of the first things that's came in and or commitment for it. And we can't thank them enough. It's going to be a fun thing, but the baked goods, the donations, we've had some people say they're going to talk to their tool guy, their Snap-on or Mac or, to try to get something and stuff. And like I said, we just really appreciate it. Can't thank everybody enough. So.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Gonna have to step in my game.
Also, so that you remember the date too, because I think you skipped out on me again last year on this too. February 21st. Speaking, I'm tying everything together here. We will be in Indianola at Simpson for the regionals for the women's wrestling this year.
Mm-hmm.
For the Iowa will be there, Wartburg being the main school there, of course. But we will be there. And then as soon as that is over, like Virch was just saying a little bit ago, we will leave there and jet to Knoxville. And Jack Anderson, the 17A, will be our sprint car.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody's invited to come down there. They're having their fundraiser banquet on February 21st, I believe it is.
Okay.
So I knew last year you skipped out and didn't come, so I'm hoping that maybe you can make it this year. So I think you had a plant sale or something you're going to last year. So
probably wrestling. That's
probably. I'm guessing that's exactly what it was. So
yeah.
Yep. So but anyway, yeah. Be a lot of fun. So hopefully everybody has a great holiday weekend.
Yeah.
I don't think my wife's cooking, so I think we're going to be okay here. We'll see. But yeah. So, but definitely wish everybody, hopefully I get to spend it with family and have a safe holiday, get ready for the storm the next day. But enjoy the time together. So,
all right. Well, we'll sign off under 2 hours. There you go. You can say you did it under 2.
No, I don't think so. We're right at 2 right now, aren't we?
158 live.
158.
Okay. Now you're selling.
Oh, there was something else, Chris.
All right, buddy. We will see you. We'll have the weekend. We'll look at our schedules because we're going to pick up with wrestling. So
sounds good.
All right. Well, till next time. Thanks for joining us.
Yep. Take care. Thanks.